The most disappointing anime of all time for me has gotta be Rosario Vampire. This anime is filled with fan service, harem nonsense, poor comedic moments, and an overall disjointed story. And the only reason I'm talking about it is because of how vastly different the manga is in comparison to it. The manga and the anime feel like two completely separate universes. I wish I was in the timeline where the manga got adapted fully because it felt more shonen, to say the least. And what I mean by that, as an example, is Skune, the main character. When he becomes a vampire, the more he leans into that power, the more he loses control of himself. And unlike the anime, where there are no risk whatsoever, there are moments in the manga where they consider killing off the main character because they're afraid of him. Mocha, the main vampire that he's constantly fawning over, considers this whenever he loses control for the first time, because it's her fault and she needs to be the one to take care of this. And later in the series, Kurumu, the succubus, actually uses her powers to bring Skune back from a vampiric form that would have otherwise killed him. There's just a lot more layers and dependence on each other friendship-wise than what the anime did. And eventually Skune gets these cool light tonfas after a training arc. They go on to save the world, essentially. The more I talk about it, the more vastly different I realize it is from the anime. And the relationship Skune has between each person in his harem, it doesn't even really feel like a harem in the manga. It feels a lot more believable, as Skune is generally a nice person who helps them solve their mental trauma. Then again, I read this back when I was 15 or 16, and I do believe I had very shit taste back then, so maybe it was doggy doo-doo.